Hi everyone, welcome to another Dan's Rest Stop. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the times that God has saved my life or family members. And there have been many times. I look back to when I was a child and my dad had gotten me this bike. It was an old bike. We weren't a rich family, and so we had to, paint it, redo the tires, and I had a problem with the chain at times, so I had to sometimes put that back together. But one time I was riding down it was a side street in Chicago, uh, and the chain broke while I was pedaling rather fast, and I sailed right through an intersection. Now, there could have been a car easily there that hit me, but I also believe that God was there to protect me. There was another incident on a bike. I was older and I had a better bike at that time, and I was really pedaling. And it was almost like I hit a rock or something, but I literally sailed over the front handlebars of the bike. I literally went over. It was like the bike flipped and I just went over the top, over the handlebars. But I didn't require any trips to the emergency room. I was fine. I made it. I believe that was God's intervention. And then I also remember a camping trip me and my family members took. We were out in a wooded area, very dark. Uh, you could barely see the road. There weren't any lights. And I remember we were looking for our campsite, and we were lost. We were trying to find a campsite. And so I went down what I thought was a road. And the next thing I knew, I could see water in front of the headlights. I had accidentally gone down a boat ramp. If I had gone any further, things would have really gotten bad. I believe God was in on that as well, saving me and my family. And then there was an incident where my wife and I were taking our grandkids home from a visit with us. And we were on the freeway, and all of a sudden this ladder fell off of a vehicle in front of us, right in front of me. And I had to swerve at the last second to avoid hitting the ladder. There was no one in either lane on either side, and I was able to swerve around the ladder. Thanks once again to God. Now, my wife had an incident. Hook was her service dog. It was a hearing dog, and he could hear sounds she couldn't hear, environmental type sounds. And she was almost hit by a light rail train in downtown Sacramento, but the dog pulled her off the tracks at the last second, and she saw the train go by her. She never heard the sound of the train horn. And then I've told you previously about my experience with COVID and how the doctor said it was a miracle that I had survived. Some nurses at the time said, God's not through with you. You have other work to do. Anyway, those are all the times I can just think of offhand. But I wonder how many other times I was saved or family members were saved, and I had no idea God was behind it. I am truly grateful, and all the glory and honor goes to God. That's all for now.